Capricorns, Island Turtle here. Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is going to be your monthly intuitive messages for the sign of Capricorn. If you're going to resonate with these messages, there's a part 2 linked below through Vimeo or Patreon, so go ahead and check that out. Cappies, I am eager to get into your reading here because what we got while I was getting into your energy, unicorns. Unicorns were coming through, and I'm like, unicorns, okay. And then horses, and then zebras. There's definitely a family of like animal medicine that's trying to come through for you. Maybe some of you are have connections to the Pegasus constellation. You definitely have connections to Lyra. I don't know why Lyra wants to come through there. That's not in relation to any of those animals, but obviously Lyra also deals with Capricorn. But maybe you know with Lyrans too. But Cappies, let's get into this. I was hearing neutral. Stay neutral and stay open. Stay neutral and stay open. There seems to be a bit of a serious voice that wants to come through. I feel like this is probably just a guide, honestly, for most of you. Could even be an ancestor. It just feels like a guide. It feels like the guidance of spirit just going, almost like a hand on the shoulder is almost what I wanted to say, like, Cappies, it's gonna be okay. Stay neutral, stay open. Stay unattached to expectations, live your life, and just see what happens, to be honest, is what I'm getting. So some of you may be in serious planning mode or want to be in planning mode just with the energies we have right now. We also have a lot going on with Cancer, which is your counterpart, complement, opposite, whatever word you want to use. It's your polarity, right? That's being highlighted right now with the new moon in Cancer we just had. But Cappies, no matter what you are feeling, because here's the thing, Capricorns, you love to do. You just do. You love to do, right? It makes you feel good, makes you feel like you're being yourself. And some of you, it makes you feel safe to do or to work or to produce. It's just a Cappy thing. I'm not saying don't do that. Have your plans, have the little things you enjoy doing, but stay in the moment as much as you can. And almost like if you have like a 1-year plan, a 3-year plan, a 6-month plan, that's fine. Have your plan and just take it day by day. Look at your calendar, look at your list, do what you got on the day, but make sure every day you're leaving room for spontaneous or unexpected. Leave some space every day to just have open for whatever, okay? And even with the tasks that you're doing, even though you have like, some of you may have some long-term stuff in mind with the things that you're doing, stay unattached to that too. It's like, I just feel this big encouragement from spirit to be like, don't be in such hardcore Cappy mode. Let go a little bit and just see what comes your way. Some of you may be working a lot or trying to do a lot or plan a lot or execute a lot because maybe you're not feeling so great right now. Maybe you're feeling a little bit not so grounded. But that's the thing. It's like, I think that's actually going to be counterintuitive to what's going to help you at this time. They keep really emphasizing stay neutral and stay open, which to me says, don't expect things. Don't be too attached to expectation right now. And don't get disappointed when your expectations don't pan out. Like, just stay open because there may be some things that you are not looking at, not even considering, that could be coming your way. There could even be some surprises coming your way, and that could be really nice for you. So don't get too tunnel visioned. Even if you're not feeling super stable and you're trying to overcompensate by doing the Cappy thing, try to resist not doing that and leave a little space every day for the spontaneous, okay? They're really encouraging that for you. So Cappies, let's get into it. I'm going to use the Star Codes Astro Oracle here. Ooh. I just felt this pain. Ooh. You know, I did Leo right before you. And there might be a connection between the two of you. Ow. I'm trying to like what sits here in the body? What sits here in the body? I feel like it's about anger. I feel like this is about anger. Some of you may be doing the Cappy thing to recalibrate yourself in the ways that I mentioned, because you're not feeling super secure, or you're not feeling super great about something, or you're feeling confused, or maybe even worse, feeling out of control. Some of you might be evading some emotional stuff. Oh my God, that hurts really bad. So you might be evading some stuff. There could be something going on with your liver or your pancreas or your gallbladder is what I was picking up on for you guys. That's the thing. That's the thing about like emotions. When we ignore them or we suppress them, the body takes on the toll. Like it really does. And that's what I was getting through Cappies. I was getting like pancreas, liver, gallbladder, that whole part of the system. Okay. Any messages or insights for Capricorn at this time? Yeah, you're not seeing something. You're not seeing something. You're not being open to something, Capricorns. And I'm wondering why. Maybe some of you are facing the unknown, and that can be very uncomfortable, and that could definitely make you feel out of control, right? So some of you are just learning to navigate that, how to embrace the unknown. This, yeah, I can feel it. Some of you guys are straight up not seeing something, ignoring, evading something, or just not being open to a different kind of experience. So earlier today, I was live on Patreon. I'm recording this on 7/7 on Sunday. So this might post Wednesday or Tuesday. I don't know when this is going to post. It might post Wednesday. But this was the first card that came out today, earlier today, 11th house with community. In that reading I did on Patreon, it was more about connection and the fabric of our relationships, right? And that might be coming up for you. I don't feel like this is what it's alluding to in your reading, though. Hold on, let me come back. I tuned back into that Patreon reading. Let me tune back into Cappy's. This feels like your role. What your role is in God, Lord, Capricorn. Sometimes Capricorns, you guys put way too much on yourselves. Some of you, this is about evaluating your role in society is literally how it wanted to come out. Your role in society. Oh, thank you. Some of you, it's your role in society, your identity. So role or identity is coming up for you in society, in family, in your social circle. Those are the three that are coming through. What your role is, what your identity is. Some of you are struggling with that. I feel like you're not wanting to acknowledge something with your role or your identity. Some of you, it's both. What are you not wanting to see? I feel like you're not wanting to see it. What are you not wanting to see? Cappies, I think you're being called. I suddenly felt a call, and I think this is what's creating some confusion or tension, or maybe your body's going through stuff. I feel like you're being called into something, to do something, step into something, etc. You're being called in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like you're having trouble with the call because it's going to force you to acknowledge something that you don't want to acknowledge, or you're not ready to, or you have angst about acknowledging. Okay. What else for Capricorns? Everybody's got different roles, right? We all have different roles. We're all a little piece in the cog of the machine of the entire collective, right? Every single one of us has a role, and everyone is important, even if it doesn't seem like it. Everybody is important. Nobody is insignificant. Nobody is insignificant. Can I get one more for Cappies? Oh. All right, just gonna call a spade, Capricorns. Some of you are trying to come to terms with the fact that your role might not be what you want it to be. This feels a little bit like a fight of the ego and fight of the soul. A little bit. Some of you, that's what it is. That the role you thought, even the role you thought you wanted to play, some of you it's rooted in a want, some of you it's just rooted in what is. You are who you are. We all are who we are. And we all offer something. We all bring something to the table, and we all are important. Yeah. Some of you are needing to reconcile the role you want to play versus the role that you are playing. It's interesting. The role you want to play, desire to play, or maybe the role that the ego wants you to play versus the role you are already playing, or even, I don't want to say meant to play, because like we all just are who we are, right? There seems to be some sort of conflict there with you. And since everyone is important, this is the other thing too, to understand the tapestry of the spiral, the tapestry of the circle of all things. It's like, even if you're working on something very specific within like a social group versus like, who am I in society, right? Because everybody's important, no one's above the other person. I know these are kind of hard to hear, Capricorns, but this is what it is, right? Everyone's playing a role. Yes, you're playing a role, but so are other people. And coming to terms with that. Can I get one more for Capricorn? I'm gonna get 2 more for you guys. They're bringing me back to the unicorn. You guys are probably going through some third eye crown stuff. I'm getting a lot going on up here. A lot. Respect the roles that others are playing. And some of you, there are people playing roles with you that you might also be very resistant to. Yeah, I'm just getting a whole lot of resistance and not wanting to look at some stuff here, Capricorns, and just wanting to push through and do your thing. There's a bigger picture here. There's a bigger tapestry here. And it involves other people. And some of you, this is so big to say society at large. Some of you, it's about family or your friends or a work situation. But needing to recognize that everybody needs to be at the table. Or 1144 when I said that. Or at least recognizing that everybody is at the table. Yeah. Aquarius. Recognize. Yeah, I'm hearing that this is about recognition, Cappies. Interesting, Aquarius is coming up with 11th house. It's a lot of aqua. I will look to see where Pluto is transiting your houses right now, because Pluto is an Aquarius 1 degree, working very closely to some fixed stars too that are humbling, to say the least. But yeah, look to see where you have aqua in your chart. If you're a Cappy rising, then aqua would be your 2nd house, okay? Yeah, I keep hearing role and identity, role and identity, role and identity. It's about everyone. It's about everyone. It's about everyone. Can I get one more for Capricorns, please? Yeah, there's something very humbling about your reading, Capricorn. Stay neutral and stay open. Ooh, and then we have Aries. Wow, look at this. 11 and 1. 111. Try to remember that when I do the title with Aries. That's so interesting because like all of this has been, it's about everyone, it's about everyone, it's about everyone. And then here's the self coming through here. So again, trying to come to terms with what your role and or identity is in society, in your own community, in your tribe, at work, maybe even just in your home. It's like, everybody is important. Everybody's playing a role. But again, understanding where do you fit in that? Where do you fall into place in that? And also recognizing everybody. It's about everyone. It's about everyone. It's about everyone. They're really emphasizing that. It's about everybody. So some of you may have some expectations attached to Aries. I got to call spade a spade where maybe it's supposed to be about you. When it's really about everyone. So just take that as it resonates. I know that's a tough one to hear. But it's here. I mean, it's here, right? Some of you are realizing that you do want to stand up for the greater good. And how do you do that, right? And again, comes in that notion of stay neutral and stay open. Because while there seems to be a very strong energy here, Capricorn, of expectation, or a very strong energy for you of, I'm going to go do this. It's about this and the details of this, like a very firm, hard, almost like masculine sort of drive. And again, that's good, but you got to leave room for other people. You also have to leave room for the unexpected or what you just don't see, or even what you don't know yet, right? Because we're always learning and we're always growing. So even being open to that, to learning along the way, even learning from others, the wisdom of others, the wisdom of the group even is important here too. A lot of lessons going on here, Capricorn, but again, stay neutral, stay open, do you every day, and leave space every day, and leave space for other people. That seems to be the driving message here. Let's go ahead and pull some animal cards. We're 15 minutes in. These readings are getting longer and longer. I don't mean for them to. It just happens. All the decks that I use are linked below, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. So this first deck was the Star Codes Astro Oracle. This is the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. All right, tell me about 11th house. For Capricorn. Tell me about 11th house for Capricorn. So there's some big trust stuff going on here too, Cappies. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling trust. Trust, trust, trust. You can learn a lot from other people. We all can. We all learn a lot from other people. And again, you're being asked to be open to that. But I'm also getting that there's a trust factor there. Can I get a card for 11th house for Capricorns? If you got any Leo in your chart or Leo's being activated for you right now, I would totally check up on the Leo reading. We have 11th house with Bear. Bear came out in Leo too. Bear, Mama, Papa Bear. Bear can be, Bear like any other medicine comes in a multitude of flavors, right? This can be an energy of protection, of stamina, of strength, of recovery, hibernating, or even coming out of hibernation. I'm hearing the word skulking. It's a weird word. Skulking? I feel like you play the bear a lot in terms of society, group, family, people you live with, that sort of deal. It's almost like you play this role a lot. Do you like to play this role? It's another question. It's very Cappy, actually, because Cappy being 10th house and being Saturn, that is very parental energy to me as an astrologer. To me, Saturn is parents. Traditionally, it's more like authority, boss, fatherly energy, but to me, it's parental. You play the bear a lot. Some of you don't want to, but you do. Some of you need to make peace with that. Yeah, some of you, I think, have tied your identity to the bear, like bear energy, but you resent it or you don't like it. Or something about that is like, I don't know, there's something there that wants to be worked through, Capricorn. If it's an energy you even want to embody. I feel like you're going through a big change here when it comes to how you are showing up with people. Some of you could have even like taken some time away and hibernated. Some of you are re-emerging, but I feel like it's coming down to the fact that you play the bear. You typically play the bear in groups, whether you like it or not. And again, that's going to be different for all of you. Some of you really enjoy playing the bear. Some of you do not like it at all. Tell me about Aquarius. Tell me about Aquarius for Capricorn. Interesting. With Aquarius, we have, almost said Sagittarius. Maybe you have Sag in your chart. Stingray, excuse me. Stingray is, for me, it's a primordial, watery, divine masculine sort of vibe. It's very King of Cups. It's emotional, spiritual maturity and strength. That's how I look at the Stingray, right? That's how I look at the Stingray. It's actually very Aquarius too when you think about it, because Aquarius has this mastery of air, and so they have a lot of emotional detachment, which you're kind of being asked to do. Like you're kind of being asked to be in this place of neutrality, which can only come if you are also very deeply grounded within yourself. But they're not, I don't want to say this, because Shadow Aquarius doesn't give a shit about anybody. Like that Shadow Aquarius. Shadow Aquarius is like, I need to do me and I'm not. I like get away from like bleh. It's like that is Shadow Aquarius. Shadow Aquarius is very cutting. And can be very cold, I think is the better way to say that. Sorry, I got carried away with my words. But Stingray is still compassionate. Stingray is still very empathetic. Stingray, like King of Cups, can still sit there and navigate the emotional space of others, like hold space for others, but maintain that open-heartedness, right? But to do this, to be in this place of neutrality that Spirit is encouraging you to be in, I call it the observer. To be so deeply anchored and rooted within yourself that you are this immovable, you are in an immovable state of emotional being. I know, what a mouthful. But you can stay connected to you. You can stay connected to spirit in a way where you are safe and you're grounded and you're protected and all that good stuff. But you can still interact with other people and not be swayed, not be affected, but you're still open. You see what I'm saying? So learning to be more of that. The bear, I feel all kinds of stuff around the bear. We got to get into the bear, whether it's in this part or part two. But that's what you're being encouraged to do, especially when it comes to other people. Because I feel like there are opportunities that might come by way of your relationships right now that can teach you how to be more of this, but you have to be open to it. And some of you are being encouraged to get into this state to navigate your role in groups. I'm hearing self-discovery though. Self-discovery is a part of this for you. But let's go ahead and look at Aries. All right, tell me about Aries for Capricorn. Tell me about Aries. I'm hearing higher purpose. Yeah. Higher purpose, calling, a calling. Again, this is allowing yourself to get out of the happy tunnel vision that is being productive and being active and being, planning and all of that, executing things, being busy. Getting out of the tunnel vision of that so you can be open to what it is you haven't been able to see yet, or you haven't been allowing yourself to be open to. Even hearing self-discovery, there's something about you, right, that's trying to come through. And even with higher calling, there's something bigger trying to make itself known to you, but you have to be able to allow yourself to recognize it and be open to that. Tell me about Aries. Getting out of your own, whoa. And there it is. Yeah, you got to get out of your own way here a little bit, Capricorn. So we have Aries with frog. Frog is emotional cleansing. There's a lot of water coming through here for you, Cappies. Emotional cleansing and letting go. Even emotional disconnection. But with the frog, it is like a grieving, a clearing, a purging. A clearing, a grieving, a purging. I feel like you're actually grieving a sense of identity. That is how it feels to me. You're grieving an identity. Some of you are grieving a role that you've been playing within a family, a group, a community, or how you have seen yourself playing a role in society. Some of you, it's on that level. You're grieving it. Some of you are going through a little bit of an ego death here. Feels like a death for sure. But it's also a shift in perspective. Show me the unicorn again. It's coinciding with a shift in perspective. This part of you needs to die. This part of you needs to die. This part of you needs to die. Because that version of you, I feel like it's gotten in the way of a higher calling, whether you realize it or not. It's created attachment. It's created tunnel vision. Some of you, it's also kept you from being the stingray. The bear, I just feel so much like around the bear. Like I keep hearing the word resentment. Actually, can I get one more card for the bear? And then we're going to move on. Can I get one more card for the bear? Can I get one more card for the bear? Oyster with 11th house. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna get into a lot of tarot on this one, because even with oyster and bear, I feel like it just added a whole other layer of stuff going on. Again, oyster is like a closed off energy. It can be an energy of safety too, which the bear does provide. But on one level, I'm getting like buried resentments around being a bear or being seen as a bear, stepping up into the role of a bear with other people. Some of you, it's providing a sense of safety for others, but maybe not yourself. Like I said before, some of you may be hermiting, so some of you guys could be closing yourself off to other people at this time, maybe just to deal with some stuff on your own. But I feel like there's a lot of implication behind bear and oyster. Very similar to Leo. I would definitely check out the Leo reading. All the readings are collective. This is also why I'm trying to transition out of doing sign readings and just collective readings. But anyway, let's come back to this for a minute. Because some of you almost feel like you've been showing up like this, but you've actually been closed off emotionally. Like something about you hasn't been here. So you've been like not fully open emotionally, or something emotionally needs to be worked out for you to truly be this energy authentically or in a healthy way. But again, you're grieving a sense of identity. You're totally grieving a sense of identity. Okay, Cappies, we are at 25 minutes. Let's go ahead and get into part 2, where we're going to dive deeper. If this is where we depart, I wish you luck on your endeavors here, Capricorn. And remember, stay neutral, stay open, be the observer, and allow things to flow and move as needed, and allow yourself to learn from other people. Allow yourself to be open to new experiences, okay? That seems to be what needs to happen here, especially for those who are like really overcompensating and evading your own emotions. If you allow yourself to have this death, this grieving period of a sense of identity, I think it's going to reveal a higher calling to you that you didn't even know was there. Okay. All right, Cappies, I'm going to bounce, but I love you and I will see you soon. If you're joining me for part 2, I will see you in a second. Okay. Bye, Cappies.